Brother's Keeper by Oyeme Davis. Characters: Kenyon, black, early 20s, male. Khalil, black, early 20s, male. Scene 1, at Rise. The stage opens to Khalil and Kenyon standing across from each other. Kenyon throws a jab, then a left.
You see how I did that?
How does this apply to street fighting? I can't protect myself with this in the streets.
See, you telling me if Muhammad Ali, God rest his soul, if Muhammad Ali was jumped in the street, you don't think he would use what he knows from boxing to overpower his enemies? You think that just because a person has been street fighting for years and is up against Muhammad Ali, you don't think Ali would just use what he knows from boxing and apply it to street fighting to take this guy down? Boxing teaches you to use your mind. When you fight, you always gotta use your mind.
Khalil lowers his hands.
You ain't Muhammad Ali, King. You acting like you provided me with the holy grail of fighting when you're really just a nigga who got lucky a few times.
Kenyon throws a combination. Right jab, left power, left hook. Khalil stumbles.
Oh! Fuck, man!
You dropped your hands, bro. You gotta keep your hands up, and your feet were off.
Because you knocked me off my stance, you bitch!
Kenyon smiles.
That name calling gonna cost you.
Fuck you, I'm done.
Nigga, I didn't even hit you that hard.
Khalil continues to exit.
Come on, bro. We ain't got time for all this. Cops gonna be here any second to take me away.
Khalil continues to ignore Kenyon.
Come on, man. This is the last time we're gonna see each other for a while. I don't mean to be so hard, I'm just worried. I know how this world can be sometimes. I know how people can be. I just want you to be 100 till I get back.
We gonna get free when you get back?
I promise. You and me. Gonna use the money Mama and Daddy left us. We're gonna buy a place somewhere nice.
Can we go to Denver?
Why you wanna go to Denver? Thought you wanted to buy a nice spot by the lake.
I'm sure there's lakes in Denver, King. Besides, Uncle Earl he's got that farm down there. It'd be nice to get out of Minneapolis.
Sure would, man. Sure would.
Breathes Kenyon in.
Breeze Khalil in.
Khalil gets into the perfect stance. Kenyon smiles.
Brother, that's what.
Khalil throws a jab, hitting Kenyon in the face. Kenyon stumbles. Khalil throws a right hook.
You put your hands down.
That I did, bro.
They fight. Khalil overpowers King.
Down. All right, bro, we are done. You are ready.
I'm ready, but I am not done. Come on.
Come on.
Khalil throws a right, hitting Kenyon in the face. Kenyon stumbles.
Hands up, brother. Always keep your hands up.
Khalil smiles. They are about to start again. Off stage, the sound of sirens can be heard. Scene 2. The stage opens to Khalil and Kenyon. They are sitting across from each other on 2 brown chairs. Next to Kenyon is a brown suitcase. The rest of the room is empty. Khalil sits hunched over. He is biting his nails and tapping his foot. His eyes are large and sweat is falling down his face. He is staring at Kenyon, who is sitting tall like a king, picking his teeth with a knife. Kenyon is trying to avoid Khalil's eye contact. Finally, he is no longer able to. He places the knife on his lap.
Brother, can I help you?
Khalil stops biting his fingernails.
What?
Kenyon starts to wipe the spit off his knife with his shirt.
You're staring, bro. You're staring right through me.
Khalil looks down at his feet.
Oh. Sorry.
Kenyon laughs.
I was only joking. Why are you acting like this?
Khalil looks at Kenyon confused.
I'm acting. Well, how are you acting?
Come on, boy. Don't start stuttering again. You was just talking fine minutes ago.
Khalil buries his head in his hands and begins to cry. Keenan stands up and places his hand on Khalil's shoulder.
Bro, don't you worry. We are free now. All them cops, all them people who hurt us, they gone. We good.
You're not good, Keegan! And how are we free? Someone will find us.
Keenan rolls his eyes. He turns away and walks back to his chair.
How is this freedom, Keegan? What about the farm? How are we gonna buy up land? How are we gonna get to Denver?
Keenan sits and begins playing with his knife.
Answer me!
Keenan puts his knife down. He stands up.
What you want me to say? I'm sorry? Want me to apologize for getting rid of all those people who shackled me? Imprisoned me so they could hurt you? Now you don't gotta worry. You're free, brother. You should be thanking me.
Keenan starts to walk back to his chair.
We are going to get caught, King. They'll find us, and they'll catch us.
Keenan touches Khalil's face. Keenan turns back to his chair.
Catch me.
What?
I'd take full responsibility. They catch me, and you'd be free.
Keenan sits and begins to play with his knife. Silence. Khalil stares at Keenan, waiting for him to look up. Keenan looks up.
It was because you were in prison that It's because you were locked up that all this shit happened to me in the first place.
So, it is all my fault. You're not the only one who blames me. I blame myself too.
No,
Don't start.
Khalil raises his hand to Keenan, telling him to shut his mouth.
Those years you were gone. I lost everything. I fell apart. Most importantly, I lost you.
I need you to be safe, brother. I'd give anything to make sure you were safe.
I am safe when you are around. How can you not see that, King? When we can run. We still have time.
I am tired of running, brother. I am tired.
Please. Please. I need you.
We have two different ideas of what free is. When the cops come, I will go through the front with my knife. You go out the back, hide in the shed.
They'll kill you.
They'll free me.
Hey, but what about me?
They are looking for one man. They will find that one man.
Why do you have to die, though? Can't you just escape again?
I can't be shackled. Not again. As long as I am alive, they will never stop looking for us.
King, I need you.
Brother, I need you to be safe.
Khalil and Keenan stare at each other, both of their eyes filled with tears, both of their faces filled with rage. In the distance, you can hear the sound of sirens approaching. Keenan stands up. He is holding the suitcase. He hands it to Khalil.
I hope you know I love you, Khalil. Be free.
Keenan takes a breath. He paces Khalil and goes towards the door. Khalil looks at the suitcase. He takes a deep breath.
Yo, bro.
Keenan turns around. Khalil whacks him in the face with the suitcase. Keenan falls to the ground. Khalil grabs a hold of Keenan and starts to pull him away from the door.
It's okay, brother. Just lean on me. I'm gonna get you to the farm. We're gonna be free.
End of play. of Willows by Oyeme Duchess Davis. Character names: Razi, Kashan, Javante. Act 1, Scene 1. Breath. Breath. A purple light dances across the stage. Javante lets out a howl from off stage.
Vontae, yo, you good?
Razi enters his mama's garden, a place that he has visited often. Javante howls.
Vontae, yo, I can hear your ass howling from my spot. You stub your toe or something?
The purple light reappears. Razi watches it as it dances across the stage. He breathes it in. As he does, he is overcome with grief.
Mama?
Razi starts to go towards the light.
Nah.
He stops himself, overcome with grief. Javante howls. Razi looks off stage.
Vontae!
Javante enters, holding a jar in one hand and a net in another.
Javante, what's going on? Why are you screaming?
Javante ignores Razi. He makes his way to the light.
Javante, what are you doing? Stay away from that.
It came out of Mama. Whatever it is, we need to put it back in her body.
Javante, you ain't making no sense. Where's Mama?
Javante continues to watch the purple light.
She right there. That's her soul, right there. That's Mama.
Javante, I don't know what the hell you on right now. Just tell Mama to peek her head out so I can see that she's
That's
good.
Mama. Don't you remember the story
Story.
of Oku? The story Mama used to tell you, me, and Kashan when we was little.
Javante, I need you to focus. Tell me where Mama at.
The virus! It killed her. Took the light out of her eyes. Right out of her eyes. I watched the light leave my mama's eyes. That's why I started howling. Then that light, it just came out of her, just like the story. We gotta catch her, brother, come on!
Javante runs towards the light. The light exits. Javante exits. Razi breathes in deep. He makes his way to the house. He opens it slowly.
Mama?
Act 2. A breath. A breath. Kashan. The ship. The pirate enters. His body is hit with a mix of nostalgia and unformularity. This is his home, but he ain't been back in a minute.
Definitely more white folks in this neighborhood than I remember.
The purple light enters. Kashan breathes it in. The light moves towards him.
Mama, you're looking beautiful as always. Sorry I haven't been back for so long. Everything been shut down with this quarantine, with this virus. The virus. I didn't know it was gonna take you away. I thought I had more time.
Kashan drops his head. The purple light moves to him. She tickles his chin. He smiles.
You're right. No use crying over spilled milk. I gotta get to work.
Kashan exits. A breath. Another breath. Kashan re-enters with a piece of a willow tree. He exits and re-enters with another piece until he has what he believes is enough pieces. The light watches.
You think it's gonna do it? Yeah, me too. I remember when you first grew that tree, you always considered yourself to be the mother of the neighborhood. You was our mother first always, but you let it be known that we'd always have to share you. I'll never forget that summer. It seemed like cops was hunting all your children. Killed about 6. That's when you decided to build the willow tree. Said the spirits that walked these streets needed a mother. You did that for them. Now we will take this tree and you, the mother, would be carried to Oku by your children.
The light begins to dance.
What's up? I didn't hear nothing.
Offstage, there's a sound.
Shit. I heard it that time.
Javante,
Breathes Kashawn in.
Breathes Javante in.
What are you doing here?
Wanted to make sure Mama got sent off right.
Rozzy said we're gonna start making arrangements for her tomorrow morning.
We can have a funeral and shit later. Right now, though, we need to get her to Oku.
You remember the stories, man.
Of course I do. You know I live by the rules of Oku.
Yeah, but Rozzy? Man, he's been acting all crazy. Since Mama got sick, he ain't really been the same.
Yeah?
Where you been?
What you mean?
When we found out Mama got COVID in the hospital, you just kind of up and left. Said you'd be right back. Shit, that was almost, 6 months ago?
You been counting?
Javante breathes Kashawn in.
Kashawn breathes Javante in.
the purple light enters and moves up to Kashawn.
Shit, man, look! It's Mama.
I see her.
Well, we gotta catch her!
Wow. Wow, chill. You don't see her running away?
Well, why is she staying so close to you but running away when I come around?
Was you trying to catch her with the net?
Doesn't the story say that you gotta make sure to catch the spirit?
Yeah, but it's not literal. The goal is to burn her body and let her spirit and her body reconnect with one another. Only way you could do that is to keep the spirit close to you or catch it. The way to catch a spirit is to show it love, make you feel safe so it trusts you.
Mama, I'm so sorry. You forgive me. I just want to get her back to her body.
The purple light kisses Javante. Javante smiles.
So what now?
Still gotta finish the boat.
How long is it gonna take?
Shouldn't be much longer. Just keep an eye out for Rozzy.
Hey, how did you know to come here? I didn't call you, and I know for sure Rozzy didn't say anything.
You keep an eye out.
Yeah, man.
It was a tree. I heard it crying.
Word.
Word.
Why was it crying?
Because she felt like she was going to lose her children. Because they mama was coming home and was going to take all her children with her to Oku. I had to remind the tree that she too was going to Oku. Maybe not all of her, but a piece. And I told her that they were still her children. Now they just have 2 mamas.
Well, why ain't we gonna send all of her to Oku?
Because more bodies will fall. And they too will need to get to Oku. Each time after this, when black blood is spilled, we will take a piece of the tree and burn it. Because she has the map of Oku engraved in her bones, she would be able to take them. Willow trees live for a long ass time too. So we got a lot of bark. I can feel it in my bones. There will be more black blood shed. Just like that summer when this tree first got planted. All them lost souls gonna need a mama to lead them to Oku.
Damn, bro, you be sounding just like mama when you tell her.
Razi enters.
I appreciate it. You watch it for Razi?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roz kisses his teeth.
Javante and Kashan jump. End of play. The Brotherhood by Oya May Davis. Scene 1 at Rise. Levi is sitting alone at a table inside Sweet Willie's Soul Food Restaurant, a place where the brothers have been coming for years. He's sipping on his drink and reading a newspaper. Enter Slim, the youngest of the now 3 brothers. He is fully dressed in his work uniform. Slim gets close to Levi. He begins to mop so it looks as though he is working.
Hey,
Shh! Levi looks at Slim confused.
but are you...
Shh, nigga, whisper. Willie say he gonna fire anyone he sees talking to customers. According to Willie's old ass, this generation too social.
Don't you have a breakers?
Slim gives Levi a look like, nigga, what'd I just say?
My bad. Don't you have a break in like 5 minutes?
Still, Willie wants us to be working the whole time, not socializing. Shit, he even been coming at me lately, and you know he usually be letting me get away with just about everything. I just came over here to tell you to be nice to Snake. And it ain't his fault that Mama got assaulted and Skinny.
Levi and Slim breathe each other in. Levi breathes himself in.
I don't blame him for what happened. It's just...
Levi wipes the spit off his face. Slim smiles.
Shit, my bad.
I don't blame him for what happened to Skinny or Mama. I just hate it when he says things like, it'd be all better if I was around and wasn't locked up. I mean, it wouldn't have been any better. I did my best to protect everyone. Sure, I failed as man in the house, but I think anyone would have done the same.
Bro, you didn't fail as the man of the house. Nobody thinks that. I don't think Snake is trying to say he would have done better. I think he blames himself just as much as you blame yourself.
Slim looks toward where he entered.
I better go, bro. I can see Willie old ass eye me from here.
Levi smiles.
All right, man.
Slim exits left. Snake enters right. As he enters, he is hit with the smell of Sweet Willie's water catfish and smiles as though the whole world came back to him. Levi feels Snake's presence. He takes a deep breath and stands up to face Snake.
Brother.
They embrace. There is some reservation on Levi's side. Snake breathes Levi in. They sit. A breath.
How's Mom?
Not good. Not good at all. I feel that this situation has taken the light away from her. She's just walking around alive but not living. It's like her soul was stolen and her body's just walking around empty.
Snake takes a breath. Saddened by his mama's pain, he looks to his brother's words. He smiles. Smiles. Levi looks at him confused.
What?
Nothing.
No, what?
You're just so smart. The way you be describing shit. That's that poet in you. You've always just had a way with words.
Levi smiles.
Thanks.
Snake adjusts himself.
So how did it happen?
What?
How did Skinny die and Mama...
I told you.
You told me he died and Mama was raped, but you didn't tell me how it went
I
down.
just...
If you ain't ready to tell me, just say so and I'll drop it.
Not yet.
Snake nods. They breathe each other in.
How have you been though?
How do you think?
Right.
Glad you're out, though.
Glad to be out. How's school been?
Graduated. Got a little job teaching at this school.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
What they got you teaching?
English.
That's a subject? Don't we all speak English here?
Levi laughs.
I'm just messing around.
I know.
Is Mom still working?
Nah. No, after what happened, she just, she's not been able to work, so me and Slim started working. Once Willie heard about what happened, he gave Slim a job. Said we welcome to come down and eat for free.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
He always had a crush on Mama, even when Daddy was alive.
Levi smiles.
I think everybody knows that.
There is a breath.
I just wish I could have been there. Skinny would still be alive, and Mama wouldn't have been raped.
I feel that if Dad was around, none of this would happen.
Snake looks at Levi confused. Snake laughs.
Dad has been dead for years. I've been the one taking care of you, Mom, Slim, and Skinny. I've been the one protecting you all.
Protecting us from behind herself. Mm-hmm. You haven't protected us in 5 years. Shit, now Skinny dead and Ma's broken. I did my best as the man of the house. You can't say shit would have been better if you was there because at least I was there. You haven't been here for 5 years, and even when you wasn't locked up, you wasn't around.
When I wasn't locked up, I wasn't around because I was out grinding. Getting money so y'all could live, so y'all wouldn't go hungry.
Snake smiles. He looks at Levi.
Besides, we both know why I went to prison in the first place.
Levi smiles.
Whatever, man. Shit, I knew you would bring it up.
Shit, it's the truth. I mean, how you gonna use my phone and text a well-known snitch asking him if he wanna buy a kilo of cocaine?
Man, I was just trying to help you. Your ass was washed up, wasn't making no money. I figure I used my brain to help you.
Shit. Yeah, boy, you helped I.
Levi and Snake laugh.
Why'd you take the blame anyway, man? You never told me.
You my little brother. I'll do anything for you. Shit. And I just figured the world needed you more than it needed me. And I was right. First man to... I'm so proud of you, Levi.
Enter Slim.
I'm glad to see y'all getting along.
Snake stands up. He grabs Slim and pulls him close.
Brother! It's been a long time. Too long.
5 years, 2 months, and 3 days too long. A lot has happened.
I was hoping it was all just a dream. I just can't believe Skinny is gone. Yesterday I kept thinking about how he always thought he could take it. anyone down just because he was a boxer.
Levi and Slim smiled.
I remember you used to pick fights with anyone for no reason.
Right, and after Mama started him at that gym and he got his hands registered, he talked shit to people.
Just so they would swing on him and then he'd be allowed to defend himself.
Levi, brat. Snake, brat. Slim, brat.
Nobody even looking for that white boy who did it.
I didn't expect no pics to be looking for some white boys who only crime was killing a black boy and raping his mother. They create prisons for us, not for their own. They take pleasure in their children taking black blood. Whether that blood came from the head of a black king or between the legs of a black queen, them white devils, they don't care. But me? Shit, I'll never stop looking. I got the face of every one of them devils tattooed on my brain.
Snake breathes Levi in.
Last thing we need is you running around here acting a fool. Pigs got guns for niggas who act a fool.
Brother, you didn't see it. What they did? What me and Slim saw?
Let's just enjoy our time together. It's been a long time since we've been together. Let's just enjoy it.
Levi and Snake nod. Slim smiles. He holds up his glass.
To new and old traditions. And to our brother, the best boxer in the world.
Snake and Levi raise their glasses.
To Skinny.
To Skinny.
Skinny.
They cheers, take a drink and place their glasses on the table. Snake looks around.
I really miss this place. It hasn't changed a bit. Seems like everything else has changed. Whole neighborhoods, but this place?
Even the food is the same. Willie don't let nobody near his recipe. Remember when Mama used to take us here every Sunday after service?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we was raised off them Sweetwater catfish. Collard greens and fried chicken?
Shit, we came out and Mama already hooked on soul food.
They laugh.
You all remember the time Skinny became a vegetarian?
After he watched that documentary on that slaughterhouse.
Swore he'll never eat another piece of meat.
It lasted a whole 2 seconds.
And all it took was the smell of Willie's homemade butter fried chicken.
Ooh-wee! One whiff of that chicken had him hooked.
We should bring some of that chicken to Ma. Probably would make her smile. Remember her of the days when it was just the 5 of us.
Man, that's a good idea. Man, how you dealing with everything?
It's hard. I mean, I've been having these nightmares at night. In the day, and I find myself just waiting for them to come back. I mean, just waiting for them to finish the job.
Don't worry, brother. Shit like that ain't gonna happen. Now that I'm here.
Levi rolls his eyes. He sits back in his chair. Snake peeps this.
You got something to say? Will you give us a moment?
Slim nods.
I gotta get back to work anyway. I love you guys. It's good to have you back, brother.
Good to be back.
Slim nods and exits.
You got something to say?
You acting like just because you hear everything gonna be better. Acting like I wasn't man enough to take care of the family, to take care of Skinny.
Levi, you're supposed to be the smart one. It ain't about me, or you, or being the man of the house. It's about the 4 of us. The brotherhood. And what happens when we are all together. If I was there, and you wasn't, Skinny still be dead. But the 4 of us together, none of that shit would have happened.
Snake adjusts himself.
Now, 3 of us gotta find that magic. We gotta recreate the brotherhood.
Levi breathes Snake in.
Shit, nigga, you say it's me that has the way with words. It's all my fault that you went to jail. If I didn't hit that snitch up, none of this shit would have happened.
Snake breathes Levi in.
It ain't your fault.
Levi breathes Snake in.
The 3 of us were, it's Mom, me, and Slim. We're sitting in the living room. Suddenly, the door flies open. At first, we think it's Skinny. Then Mom starts yelling at him, talking about how he can't be slamming doors. Then we see them. It's these white boys. These white boys just standing there looking like they got all of the hell in their eyes, you know? They have bats, they have guns, they start screaming, and me and Slim are screaming back, and then they put this gun into my face. I stop. We're panicking. Then they tell me they just want to take our stuff, so I let them tie me and Slim up. That was when they started raping Mama, taking turns on her like she was some animal. To me, it was something we couldn't move. We couldn't help. That's when Skinny comes in. No, just gets home from boxing. He starts swinging on them devils. Me and Slim are cheering him on. Get him, Skinny, get him. Whew. I'm still cheering. Next thing I know, Slim is screaming. There's blood all over him. Skinny's on the ground. He ain't moving. He ain't even breathing. Without even a thought, I thought they start raping Mama again. I'm looking back and forth at Mama and at Slim. At Skinny. Suddenly I get all the strength in the world. I break free. But them devils, them white devils, they're already gone.
Levi starts to cry. Snake stands up. He pulls Levi's head into his chest.
It's all my fault, brother. If the 4 of us were together, we would have taken them all down.
Easy, brother. I got you.
Slim enters with a mop and bucket. He looks at Snake and Levi. He smiles. Feeling Willie's eyes, he looks to where he entered, smiles, and quickly gets back to work. End of play.